Imagine waking up tomorrow and your phone has no apps on it. No Instagram, no TikTok, no notifications, no little red dot telling you someone liked your photo. Just silence. For most of human history, that silence was normal. It wasn't scary. It wasn't empty. It was just life. But today, that same silence feels unbearable to most people. Within minutes of nothing happening on their phone, they start to feel restless, itchy, like something is wrong. So what actually changed? And what would your life look like if social media had simply never been invented at all? The real answer is way stranger than you think. Let's go back first, not far, just to the year 2003. There was no Instagram, no Snapchat, no TikTok. Facebook didn't even exist yet. If you wanted to know what your friend was doing, you had to call them, or walk to their house, or wait until you saw them at school the next day. People still had crushes. People still had drama. People still had best friends and fights and inside jokes. They just didn't broadcast any of it to the entire world. Psychologist Jean Twenge has spent years studying what changed in teenagers' lives once smartphones and social media became part of daily life. What she found was startling. Around 2012, right when smartphones became common in almost every teenager's pocket, rates of loneliness, anxiety, and sadness in teens began climbing fast. Not slowly. Fast. Something shifted, and it shifted quickly. Here's the part that sounds impossible, but is completely real. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real connection and fake connection. When someone likes your post, your brain releases a tiny burst of a chemical called dopamine, the same chemical that makes you feel good when you eat your favorite food or win a game. Neuroscientist Anna Lemke, who studies addiction and the brain, explains that social media apps are built almost exactly like slot machines. You don't know when the next like is coming. You don't know when the next comment will show up. So your brain keeps checking, just in case, just to feel that little hit again. That's not an accident. It was designed that way on purpose. Now picture a world where that never happened. No apps built to keep you scrolling, no notifications pulling at your attention every few minutes, no feed showing you a stranger's perfect vacation right when you're having a bad day. What would you actually be doing with all that time? Researchers have tried to answer this. A study following college students found that when people cut back on social media use, even just a little, their reported happiness went up within a matter of weeks, not months, weeks. Less comparing, less scrolling, more actual living. Without social media, you would still get bored sometimes, but boredom used to lead somewhere. It used to lead to drawing on the back of a notebook or building something out of cardboard or just lying on the grass staring at clouds for no reason at all. Psychologists say boredom is actually where a lot of creativity comes from. Your brain needs empty space to come up with new ideas. But today, the second boredom shows up, most people fill it instantly with a screen. The empty space never gets the chance to do anything. Without social media, you also wouldn't know what everyone else is doing every second of the day. That sounds small. It's not. Social comparison researcher Leon Festinger discovered decades ago that humans naturally compare themselves to people around them. It's built into how we're wired. But back then, you compared yourself to the kids in your neighborhood or your school. Maybe 20 or 30 people total. Today, you compare yourself to thousands. Influencers, strangers, people who only show you their best 5 seconds out of an entire day. Your brain doesn't know they're only showing you the highlight reel. It just sees beautiful vacations and perfect bodies and exciting parties over and over, and quietly starts to wonder why your normal life doesn't look like that. Without social media, that comparison machine would basically disappear. So here's the big question. If social media never existed, would people actually be happier? The honest answer is, probably, yes, in some ways. Less comparing, less anxiety, more boredom that turns into creativity, more real conversations instead of texting a screen. Kids would spend more time outside because there'd be nothing pulling them indoors to scroll. But it's not that simple either. Without social media, some good things would disappear too. People wouldn't be able to find communities of others who like the same weird hobby they do. Small businesses wouldn't be able to reach customers around the world. People going through hard times wouldn't be able to find others who understand exactly what they're feeling. Social media isn't purely good or purely bad. It's a tool, and like any powerful tool, it can build something amazing, or it can quietly take something away from you without you even noticing. Here's what's wild though. You don't actually need social media to disappear from the world to get some of that old life back. You can choose it yourself, right now, today. Turn off notifications for one day. Just one. Watch how often your hand still reaches for your phone out of pure habit. That habit isn't really about wanting to see something interesting. It's about your brain chasing that old dopamine hit, the same way it's been trained to. The world before social media wasn't perfect. People still got bored, still got into arguments, still felt left out sometimes. But the silence wasn't something to be afraid of. It was simply life happening, one normal moment at a time, without an audience watching. So tomorrow, when you wake up and reach for your phone before your eyes are even fully open, ask yourself one simple question. What would you be doing right now, in this exact moment, if no one was watching at all? That answer might be the most honest thing you learn all